Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Hope everybody's having a great day. I am flying solo, so I am going to be adding people to the wheel here. So we'll keep that going. I'm going to do the names in a minute. Hope everybody is having a really, really great day today. Get some names up here, and then I will come back to everybody. Some of the comments are already very funny. It is Wednesday. Beautiful weather today, even though it's not really sunny out. Really nice temperature-wise. Super, super, super nice. All right, let's get back to the top here and say hello to everybody. Laura Tomarello, hello, welcome. Hope you are having a great week. Fred and Lisa, how's Peanut? Peanut is doing really well. I am just trying to keep her calm. That's the only thing I'm trying to do right now in my life is just keep Peanut calm so she doesn't re-injure herself, but she's doing really well. She's still on severe restrictions, not allowed to go up and down the stairs, not allowed to run or jump or play or anything, but knock on wood, she's doing well. Matt Ryan, hello, welcome to the live stream. John Roll Tide, just got your email. Good to talk to you. Good to see you here. Rick, hello, hope you are doing well today. Jimmy, hello, welcome from Staten Island. Michelle Parks, hello, welcome to the live stream. Bob, hello, welcome. Now Peanut's going to bark. Phil and Sue's Travels, hi everyone from rainy Central Florida. Yeah, it is. It's not rainy here. It's a little gloomy, but not rainy. Anyway, it's probably still nicer to be in Florida. Jordan, hello, welcome to the live stream. Robin, hi, how are you doing? Felicia, hello. Sana, hello, welcome. Good to see you here. The Murphys, hello, welcome, welcome. The Bite Size Crew is just me tonight. Peter here, and hello, Peter and Melinda. Peanut barking away right now. Roll Tide said, is Royal Caribbean becoming Carnival? I told you, don't say that I didn't warn you that this stuff was coming. Talked about it when I got off of Icon. People were not behaving very well. Nobody was keeping people in check. Well, today we had a massive brawl at Oasis Lagoon. Perfect day at Coco Cay. Actually, it took place on Sunday. There were two ships there. The pool was temporarily closed for cleaning and sanitizing, as some blood may have been spilled. Royal Caribbean has not issued any official statement, but anyone involved, obviously, to face consequences. Maybe. We'll see, right? So we had Utopia and Jewel of the Seas there. Both ships on shockingly, both ships were on 3-day cruises, right? Those short cruises. During their day at Coco Cay, a fight involving at least a dozen guests or more broke out on the Oasis Lagoon. That's really not great. There's a video. You can go check it out. It is it's graphic. There was blood and hair in the pool. What's going on, people? We're on vacation. Can you just relax? Why can't we just get along? It's supposed to be fun. Life is supposed to be fun. Come on. Two old farts here from Fairbanks, Alaska. That's amazing. I wish I was in Alaska. That is fantastic. Tony C., welcome. Hello to you. Tom, hello from your grandson's football practice. I hope it's not too hot out there for the kids. Thanks for coming to check it out. Tony Diaz, hello, sir. Welcome to the live stream. Leslie, hello to you. Hello from Norwegian land. I did a lot of Norwegian news this week. Eric Maxey, hello, welcome, welcome. Happy kidneyversary to Lisa. 1 year since your transplant. That is fantastic. I'm glad that everything is going well, and we're going to get you on a cruise soon, which is amazing. John B., hello from Boston. Excited to be on Prima next week. Prima, you're going to have an amazing time. I got my Prima mug right here. Norwegian Prima right there. A little Prima mug. Hope, good evening from rainy central Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's not raining here, thank God. Lisa, hello, welcome to you. Got to start adding people back to the wheel now. Here we go. Doing my AJ work. Tony Diaz said, wasn't it a wedding party? I don't know. That's a great question, Tony. Didn't say that in the article. I was reading a cruise hype article, but if it was a wedding party, that's even worse. What are you doing? You just got married or you're getting married. What a nightmare. Brian, hello. The Phillies did indeed get spanked today, but they won the series, so not all is lost. It was not a great game. You know, they either hit or they don't. There's no happy medium. Poundcake 5150, welcome. 31 days till your cruise to Bermuda on the beautiful Meraviglia, which is going away from Brooklyn. Very sad. Eric Maxey, 16 days till your Alaska voyage on the Joy. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear all about that. It's going to be amazing. Rick, 72 days until World America. Peanut's upset about something. You guys are going to love World America. Such a beautiful ship. So much fun. It's going to be amazing. Other than that, we had the cruise news this week of Meraviglia leaving Brooklyn. I have dug into it further. It does appear that they're doing some construction at the Brooklyn cruise terminal. Princess is leaving as well for the summer next year, but it does look like Princess is coming back in the fall. MSC is not coming back in the fall. So hopefully they come back in the spring or summer, but we shall see on that. Tony Diaz said Mets almost got into a losing part of a no-hitter. That is not good. Never good. You never want to be on the wrong end of a no-hitter. Michelle, 38 days till Seashore. I love Seashore. One of my favorite ships. Seashore and Seascape. Love them both. Hope you have a great time. Such a great ship. Le Cabaret Rouge. Go hang out there almost every night. You can see like different acts every night there. It's so much fun. It's in the very back of the ship. They have like performances going on all night, every night. It's really, really fun. I love it. Brian said 94 days until NCL Encore Western Caribbean. That is amazing. Again, Encore, one of my favorite ships. Love Encore. It's in my top 5 Encore. So yeah, that's fantastic. The other news we had this week is Norwegian Sky is going away, being shipped off. It's the first Norwegian ship in almost 20 years. It's the first cruise ship really since the pandemic to be going away, which is good to see because that means new ships are coming and they're cycling out some of the really old ones, although we do need some smaller ships. Lisa said 4 days until Alaska and New Amsterdam. That's going to be amazing as well. Holland America does a really good job in Alaska. You'll have to let us know how you enjoy the New Amsterdam. I'm eager to hear how you like it. That's amazing. I saw Ben and David just did Holland America a few weeks ago. Bob was at the Mets game. It was ugly. At least we gave the Cleveland starting pitcher innovation. Hey, yeah, look, on no-hitter, I don't care who has the no-hitter. I'm rooting for the pitcher. If you get to like the 8th or 9th inning, I'm rooting for the pitcher. I don't care if it's opposite team or anything. Eric said, is the Mendenhall Glacier going to melt before I get there? I heard there's some flooding. Yeah, that's fairly normal. So don't panic about that. The glaciers are staying. They've actually had a pretty good renaissance in the past few years. Contrary to global warming and everything else, the glaciers do seem to be doing well. John B said, I'll be on the NCL Sky in March for the Southern Caribbean. Do you think there's a risk of them canceling that? No, the days are all covered. They already have a date. It's for later in 2026, so you're good. I don't think there's right now, I haven't heard anything. I don't anticipate anything being canceled. I think they want to get that revenue in until the end, so I don't think you're in any danger there, John. And Sky's still a beautiful ship. It's a beautiful older ship. Howdy, Sean. Good to see you. Sean's going to be on in a few weeks as we spotlight our travel agents. He's going to be on the 27th, August 27th. So you guys will get to meet Sean, learn all about him. It's the day I get back from Aqua, knock on wood, that I'm still going to be able to go on Aqua. We shall see. All depends how Peanut's feeling. But yeah, so that's what's going on. And then we had, of course, the Jewel and the Pearl are both going into dry dock. And they are both getting the Vibe Beach Club, which is really exciting. I always like it when the cruise lines, even when ships get old, they still kind of take the time and spend the money to refurb them and add new things. And I actually like the fact that they are adding Vibe Beach Club. People love Vibe Beach Club. It's not my thing. I'm not out in the sun a lot. So hilarious, right? I'm not out in the sun a ton. But yeah, I'm really glad that they're doing those upgrades. Leslie asks, where's AJ? She had something going on with her husband tonight. They made plans. Her husband Caleb made some plans and forgot about the live stream. So they're out doing fun stuff. It's good. Meg was out today looking at daycares. Everybody's busy. Everybody's got fun things going on. Murphy said Villa V Odyssey failed their health inspection at their 100th port stop. I saw that. We're going to be talking about that a little bit on Sunday. So Villa V, I mean, they did not do well. They got an 81. You need an 85 to pass. They got an 81. Possible potable water safety was one of their serious violations. That's not good, especially when you're living on a cruise ship. Well, look, we all knew this was going to be a nightmare. People keep talking this ship up, and it is not great. The recreational water facilities, like the ship's pools, had compliance issues, food safety and equipment failures, sanitation and maintenance. No surprises there for me. Don't go on the Villa V. Just don't. It's not worth it. It's terrible. I don't say that about many cruise ships or lines. Generally speaking, even on Margaritaville at sea, I find the Islander to look beautiful. Like, it might not be my cup of tea, but I would never say it's terrible or not to go on it or anything. But Villa V, come on. Just terrible. John B said, been looking at booking an Asian itinerary in December 2026 from Singapore to Hong Kong on NCLJ. Was thinking of booking air through NCL. Do you have any advice whether or not it's a good idea? I do. It's a terrible idea. So as a travel agent, I have lost clients because of booking through NCL Air. They have demanded me to book them through NCL Air, which I strongly advised against. And then they got screwed over and they were pissed off at me about it. But so the thing with NCL Air is you have no control. You have to relinquish all control of anything you want to do with your air. So you get booked on air. They were going with a group of 8 people. 2 weeks before, they changed up all the flights. They're all leaving from Philly, right? So they're leaving from Philly, flying to Alaska. So they've stops along the way. All 8 of them going together as a group. Norwegian says, cool story, hold my beer. You're no longer going together as a group. They had 2 of them on one flight, 2 of them on another flight, 2 of them on another flight, 2 of them on another flight, going different places. Layovers in Toronto, layovers in Chicago, all over in different places. And then same thing coming back. And they were furious at me about it. And I said, I told you this was going to happen. You have no control. The only positive of doing air through the cruise line, whatever cruise line it is that if for some reason they don't get you there on time, they will fly you to the next place. That's the only reason I would ever do it. Now, going to Singapore, going someplace like that, I would look at the pricing, think about it really hard, and then still book with somebody else because you should go a couple of days early anyway. But I don't recommend doing it. I know it's cheaper sometimes. I get it. But I would highly advise not booking through NCL Air or any cruise line air. It's not just NCL. Princess is slightly better, but all of them are going to have pros and cons, and more cons than pros. Sean said we did have our recent trip modified in Alaska where we had to go through Endicott Arm instead of Tracy Arm due to the ice shelf dropping too much ice and making it unsafe. Yeah, that kind of stuff happens. That's fairly normal. Scary, but normal. Fred and Lisa are now watching the Yankees. You can't switch from the Mets to the Yankees. That's a big no-no. Although I get it. I totally get it. Rick cheering on the Brew Crew, going for the Brewers. Brewers have been really good lately. Under the radar, really good. Brian said, do you believe NCL will have expanded complimentary and specialty dining selection on their upcoming mega cruise ships in a few years, standalone pizza or greasy spoon 24/7 diner place? Yeah. So I definitely do, Brian. So they have the local now, which arguably is better, in my opinion, is better than any of the other cruise lines, right? Because really, if you think about Royal, they have Sorrento's, which is open really late, but they don't really have like a sit down and eat offering where Norwegian does. They have the local or Oceans or whatever. So I do think you're going to see more of that. I do think you are going to see, obviously, definitely more specialty dining because they're doing Sukhothai on the Aqua and all those now, and they're adding some other vegetarian and different restaurants like that in Indulge. So you're going to have Indulge as well, which is really nice. I definitely think on the bigger ones, they're going to have like a pizza place and something else like that. The 24/7 diner is such a great concept. And I can't believe that some cruise line doesn't have that. It doesn't have the like walk in, sit down at 3 a.m, get eggs and bacon. Like you have to, although we all know like the disaster of people being out that late. So maybe that's why, but I would love that like 24/7 diner idea. I think that's an awesome idea. John said, don't book through NCL Air. We had a horrible experience flying to Athens for our Mediterranean cruise. Breach. Michelle said, NCL Air was great for me. Booked it 4 times since COVID. Yeah, it all depends. Look, Michelle, if you're going by yourself, if you're going with one couple, right, I could argue that, yeah, it's fine. You do still relinquish some control. Some people are control freaks. Some people are not. If you kind of go with the flow, it might be totally fine if you don't get stressed. You don't want a lot of control over it. I get it. And yeah, maybe you've been lucky. Because I've had more bad experiences than good, but I'm glad that you have not had any bad experiences. Back on the ship, different Odyssey, not Odyssey of the Seas. Correct. Villa V Odyssey, not Odyssey of the Seas. That is correct. I have to make sure I'm getting everybody on the wheel. I just realized that again. Come on, John, get your stuff together. Peter said we did Easy Air through Princess couple different times. They gave us no problem going day before, cruise flying home day after. Thankful. Yeah, Princess a little bit better. And if you go in the day before or the day and you're coming home the day after, I think that's a better option than the day of kind of stuff. So I agree with you there. That definitely makes sense. Fred and Lisa said bacon and eggs at 3 a.m. We would love wool sausage for Fred. I agree. I think it would be amazing. Amazing. Eric said, I've taken in 6 NCL cruises, 2 more booked, got my air booked by them. Always got great reservations. However, I'm solo cruiser. Yeah, that's definitely a big caveat. So solo is definitely going to be a big caveat. You also don't save that extra money though when you do if you're one. So there's not a huge advantage to doing it through them, but if it's easy and it's convenient when you're doing your reservations, I totally get it. And again, if you're by yourself, it definitely makes it simpler. NCL is definitely looking at dining. I've gotten several surveys about dining ideas this past month. Yeah, that's great. Great to hear. I also have gotten a bunch about more at C+, which I'm excited if that actually goes through. Fingers crossed. We shall see. Also, if you are new here, please just say hello in the chat so I can add you to the wheel. At the end of the live stream, we give away some coffee and we give away a t-shirt every week. So if you are new here, just say hello. You don't have to talk or do anything else. Just pop in and say hi. And we will add you to the wheel. Brian said bacon, sausage, and eggs would be awesome at 3 p.m. as well. LOL. Yeah, I agree. Being able to go to like a 24-hour diner would be amazing. Dare I say, I would even do that if it was I don't want to give them any ideas, but if they had like a 24-hour diner and it was like you could order whatever you want and there was like a $10 surcharge so it didn't get too crowded, I'm here for that. I don't have a problem with that. Pizza, I don't think we should ever have to pay for it unless it's like gourmet pizza. If you're doing like the standard crucial, like Sorrento's, I will die on the hill of I would never pay for Sorrento's pizza. Cracker with sauce and cheese? No. It's fine drunk pizza. I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for the NCL pizza right now either. So if they did like a fancy pizza, that's one thing, but there should be a free pizza offering. John B said, I'd love if NCL did a more at C+. It's like Princess Premium. So the one that I got asked about adding the full internet, which should be in more at sea. Let's be honest. Like basic internet should be in more at sea. And then if they did, yeah, gratuities, I think they asked about, and something else. I forget what it was, but it was basically something like that. I'm here for it all day. Back on the ship said crackers and cheese. It is. It's crackers and cheese. Tony said they should pay us to eat Sorrento's. It's not the best pizza. Look, it's not. It's fine. Again, it's fine. I'm not going to hate on it. It's free. Roll Tide said, are you ready for the massive amount of content about Strunzies? I saw it. It's flooding my feed already today. All the influencers. I know I talked about it in my video this week that John Heald had like a snarky thing about influencers. And I get it. I really, really do. And I think it's eventually going to ruin what we do for trying to like do content. Because there is never a time when I'm on a cruise ship where I talk into the like, where I walk around the ship and make a spectacle of myself by talking into the camera. I don't do it. I see people do it. I see people that aren't influencers do it. I don't know what they're doing. Who are they talking to? But the people setting things up is the thing that drives me crazy. Like the setting up a tripod and like doing like a news hit, like your action news, like you're going to talk in front of the, like, what are we doing? I think it's eventually going to ruin the ability for me to do what I do, to go around and do like ship tours. I basically blend in like I'm a tourist. I don't make a big deal out of anything. I don't interact with the crew. I'm not bothering the crew. See a lot of people like trying to interview the people at the buffet and like getting them in the video. Like those people are working. They work so hard. What are we doing? So yeah, I'm ready for the Star of the Seas influencer Lollapalooza that's going to be happening. We shall see. Very, very fun. Tony said, I enjoy the finer dining experience of the doghouse. I would agree with you. I was very upset when your close personal friend, Matt Hochberg, said that it was one of the restaurants that he would get rid of is the doghouse. I love the doghouse. I love going over there and getting like a hot dog or a sausage. So I was surprised when Matt said he wasn't a fan of that. But I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm a fan of the very, very fancy doghouse on board. Oh, if anybody wanted a t-shirt, I shipped 5 of them out today. So last 5 weeks, all shipped out today. Some of you got weird things. I told you I'm putting weird things in the packs now. You might get a pin from one of the cruises like Icon or something else. You might get a Pop-Tart. We talked about it last week. Maybe you'll get a Pop-Tart. They're fresh. Don't worry. You'll get them in all the shipping is like overnight or 2-day. So you'll get yourself a fancy Thin Mint Pop-Tart maybe. They're safe. Don't worry. Safe. You can trust me. Pop-Tarts are safe. Maybe you'll get something fun. I'm going to start giving fun things away. We have a lot of stuff. Well, one of the things we're going to do later this year, I don't know if we're going to do it on the New Year's one, which is when we do that like long thing where we give a bunch of stuff away. I'm going to give away some cameras, some GoPros, some older equipment that we have. I'm going to just start giving stuff away. So we'll put some of those things in the envelopes. You might get a GoPro with your t-shirt. We'll see. Leslie said, that's why I like Oceans on Epic 24/7. I know. I love Oceans. I love the local. It's one of my favorite concepts. It's one of the things I love about NCL. I think Judy's going on Escape with me as long as Peanut's okay in September. I think Judy's really going to like, it's going to be her first NCL cruise. I think she's really going to like the Oceans local concept. They have like pretzel bites, carrot cake, ice cream sundae. It's like right up our alley. But I think she's really going to like that. So we shall see. And remember, you can get breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Oceans and late night snacks. Al said, let's have fun. Indeed, Al. Let's have fun. We're here to have fun. John said, have you heard any reviews of the new Silver Screen Bistro on the Breakaway? I have. People do not love it. However, I'm open-minded towards it. I would like to try it myself. I want to see it. I heard the food's not that great. We shall see. I would like to try it. Stephanie said, hey, everyone, good evening. Hi, Steph. How are you? Stephanie said a Pop-Tart would be great. I'm going to do it. Somebody's going to get a Pop-Tart. Let me know when you get a Pop-Tart. Peanut is pissed at the squirrels. Michelle said, I'm going to wear mine on the seashore. That is awesome. I can't wait. That's so fun. Al said, hit the like button. Thanks, Al. Yes, indeed. Please hit the like button. Eric said, it takes a lot to beat the Indulge Food Hall for complimentary dining. I agree. I love the Indulge Food Hall. My only complaint with the Indulge Food Hall is if it rains or the weather's not great, it is super crowded. Super crowded. But yeah, I love it. It's like one of the best ideas ever to hit cruising. Norwegian does a really good job of like innovating. I think people have lost sight of that with all the like bells and whistles of Royal Caribbean. Norwegian does a really good job of innovating new ideas that catch on quickly. Like all of a sudden Royal had the food hall on Star of the Seas and Icon, and it's not as good. It's okay. It's not as good though. Bob said, what flavor is the Pop-Tart? So you have your choice. Well, you're not going to have a choice. You're going to get, you are going to get either Hot Fudge Sundae, which is what we have right now, Thin Mint, which is the official Girl Scout Thin Mint. You also have a choice of frosted strawberry, blueberry, or raspberry. We have so much junk food in the office because AJ went on a diet, and it's AJ, myself, and Sarah usually in the office. Meg lives too far away to come into the office. So there's just Pop-Tarts. We have a plethora of Pop-Tarts, a veritable myriad of Pop-Tarts in the office. Tom said, are you sending business cards out? So yeah, if I remember, Tom, it's a tough life here where I completely forget to do everything. I have them here somewhere. I do. So thank you, Tom, for reminding me. I will put business cards in there. It's a very good point. Cheryl McGee, hello, welcome. Let me get you added to the wheel here. Life is hard here without AJ. Matt Ryan said, loved the Escape, did first sailing way back when Sugarcane Bar was still my favorite. Sugarcane Bar, still my favorite. Yeah, Sugarcane Bar is great. I love the Escape. It'll be my third time on Escape. Judy's first NCL cruise. It's a good one. She gets to see the Rumor Show. She gets to see Choir of Man, which you don't even need reservations for anymore, which is great. Gets to try out all the specialty dining. Tons and tons of fun. I can't wait. T-shirt, Pop-Tart, or other. Well, you're definitely getting a T-shirt. So if you win, you definitely get the T-shirt. And then you might get something random. You might get one of these little clips. You might get a Norwegian Breakaway mug, inaugural season. You will not. I love this mug. It's from 2013, from the Breakaway's actual inaugural season. But you're going to get something fun. You never know what you're going to get. Life's like a box of chocolates. You know what they say. Cheryl McGee said, when Jewel and the other ship gets updated, which is Pearl, are they getting Indulge Food Hall? They are not. So they're getting Vibe Beach Club and spruced up. That's about it. Those ships aren't big enough for Indulge Food Hall. Would be awesome. But they are not. Brian said, my prediction is NCL will eventually phase out the buffet, add a food court concept, and expand Indulge Food Hall by 3 or 4 times. I totally agree, and I love the concept. So they kind of did that, Brian, with Prima Viva Aqua Luna. The buffet is very small, dangerously small, but I love it. I would love for them to get rid of the buffet and just have Indulge or like the food truck, more food trucks, something like that. I think it's a much better idea for cruising, cleanliness, all of that stuff. Shanice, I'm adding you to the wheel. Shanice said, my first MSC cruise on Seascape next month. Shanice, I hope you have a great time. I love Seascape. It's a great ship. So many fun things to do. There's dueling pianos in the little like atrium there. It's amazing. Again, I can't recommend enough Le Cabaret Rouge, all the way at the back of the ship. They do performances every single night. They start at like 7 p.m., 8 p.m., something like that. They go till like midnight, 1, 2 in the morning, something like that. There's like singers, dancers. You know, they might bring in somebody that does acrobatics or aerialists or jugglers, God forbid. But there's a bunch of things going on back there. It's amazing. In addition to all the shows and all the other great things to do. Don't miss Latin Night. Don't miss it. It's great. Jeff Dinter, how are you doing tonight? How are you doing tonight? Jeff, doing well. Hope you are doing well as well. I'm going to add you to the wheel. Got you in there. Pants are on. Adding you to the wheel as well. Pants are on. It's a good thing. We've never been on a cruise before. We're going on Symphony in a month. Any tips? I have so many tips. Shoot me an email. Pants are on. My email is on the screen, jp@bitesizecruise.com. So yeah, my big ones are, don't freak out when you get on the ship. It is enormous. Don't try to see it all right away. And do not, when you get on the ship for embarkation, do not go to the buffet. It's going to ruin like the first day of the cruise ship for you because it's going to be crazy. And it gets insane the first day. Everybody's nuts. So my first tip for you is when you embark, whatever time you get on the cruise ship, you're going to get on around somewhere between 11 and 1 p.m., something like that. Go to Central Park. So get on, walk around the promenade a little bit because that's where you're going to come in. Everybody's going to be excited on the promenade. And then go up to deck 8 to Central Park. First of all, Central Park is spectacular. So you're going to get that, like, can't believe I'm on a cruise ship feeling. Go to the Park Cafe, sit down and have a very relaxing lunch. It's very, very nice. It's going to be a game changer. And then as soon as you get on the ship, my other piece of advice is book whatever you want to do or book it ahead of time. So book your shows, book your specialty restaurants, book your aqua theater shows, book, hairspray. Make sure you have all that done day one or pre-cruise. And then shoot me an email. I'll send you a ton of tips. Tony said you're creating a cruise addict. I am indeed. Judy's been on 4 cruises this year in a year within a 12-month period. And she's got 3 more this year. So she's going on Escape with me in September. She'll be going on Wonder with me. These are all hypothetical, as long as Peanut's okay. I'm going on Wonder in October, and then on AJ's 40th birthday cruise in December, which is selling out fast. And we have like 20-some people going on our group cruise, which is a ton of fun. So there's still a little bit of room left. If anybody's interested in joining us for AJ's birthday cruise, which is in December on the Grandiosa. SFC Trekkie added you to the wheel. First cruise MSC on Meraviglia next month. I hope you enjoy it. Meraviglia is a beautiful ship. Can't miss the dome shows during the day. They're spectacular on the promenade there. So nice. Stephanie said, I heard that NCL in the coming years are going to design their ships with less solo cabins and more suites. Probably definitely more suites. I don't think they're going to reduce the solo cabins. It's a big selling point for them. And the studio cabins sell out on every cruise. Literally, every cruise. And to be 100% honest, they're not that much cheaper than the double cabins. So I don't think they're going to do that. But who knows? Definitely more suites. Always bank on more suites. John B said, I'm tempted to book a cruise on Escape. You can also see Choir Man on Encore. Choir Man on Encore? Yeah. What ships? Encore and Escape. So either one of those you're good with. It is an amazing show. Please go see it before they do something crazy and get rid of it. But it is amazing. Jeff said, make yourself a reservation in one of the specialty restaurants for lunch on embarkation. That's also a great idea. Go to Chops. Enjoy yourself at Chops on embarkation day. It's very, very nice. It's calm. It's beautiful. Tom said, tip number 1, ignore 90% of the online reviews. Yeah, so I couldn't agree more. Don't even look. I'm in like the Aqua Facebook group, and I don't know why, because it just makes me so angry every day. Can't do it, but I will be out of it before I get on the ship, because that's when it really goes bad. Jordan said, do you like Rudy Seagrill or Hook better? It's no contest. Rudy Seagrill wins by a mile. Hooked is just okay. Hooked is fine for lunch. If it's like $20, whatever it is for lunch, great. It's fine. Get like a fish and chips or like the messy sandwich or lobster mac and cheese, whatever. They're fine. Rudy Seagrill is excellent. Excellent. Much, much, much better. Eric said, in my opinion, of course. Eric said, on embarkation day, I like to skip breakfast and have a nice sit-down lunch at the MDR. Can't do that on Royal, but definitely on NCL. That's my advice. when you get on NCL is have lunch in the main dining room. It's so nice. It's quiet. You're not fighting all the crowds. So nice. Cheryl said, how did Peanut do on the mini trip you took? She did great. So they just kept her calm, which is all I need. I just need for her to be safe and calm. So she was safe and calm. She's not allowed to run around or do anything, so she did really well. Thank God. John said, oh, good, I'm on Encore to Alaska next August. Yes, you're going to enjoy Choir Band. It is really fantastic. Make sure you get there early so you can get up on stage and get a beer and hang out with the cast. So much fun. Leslie said, Team Studio, the best sleep and air conditioning, super cold, NCL. Love it. Totally Team Studio as well. I love the Studio Lounge. I love everything about the studio concept. It's amazing. And again, I don't think they'll get rid of that because it's so popular and they sell so much of it. Your boy DC. Hey, John and team. Hey, welcome. Good to see you here. Thanks so much for coming. All right, we're getting to the end here. If there is anybody here and you haven't said hello yet, just say hello. Throw your name down there in the chat so we can add you to the wheel. So there's way more people here than there are on the wheel. So if you are here, just say hi. And I will throw your name up on the wheel. We'll do a quick shameless plug here. If anybody would like to join us next year on Oasis of the Seas out of Bayonne, New Jersey, we're doing a group cruise September 13th to the 20th of next year, just about a year away. Rates are really good. Departing out of Bayonne, we're going to Port Canaveral, Nassau, and Perfect Day, and then back up here to Jersey. So if you are interested, let us know. It's going to be great. Gary Blackwell, thank you for saying hello. Let's get you added to the wheel. Pants are on, got it. No buffet. Head to Central Park. Thanks. Shooting an email out. You got it. I'll send you a bunch of tips. Your boy DC said Philly food tour on tax day. That is correct. We are doing the first Philly food tour on April 15th. So the day before the inaugural cruise on the Jewel out of Philly, we are doing our tiny table tour. I'm going to have more information on that next week. We'll have that set up on the website and everything within a week. Any group cruises in NCL next year? No, we have a group cruise on NCL in 2027. I think it's March 27th, somewhere around there. That's our gaming cruise. So if anybody's into games, whether it's Mahjong, Monopoly, Uno, whatever fun game you play, we're going to do a gaming cruise. And you don't have to do games. Of course, it's just a group cruise as well. So you can just join us. That's going to be on the Bliss out of New York in the end of March of 2027, but nothing next year. We are doing the inaugural Philly cruise. It's not a group though, but you're welcome to join us. And then the other cruises lined up for next year on NCL. I have Luna in May and the Pearl in November. Those are my NCL cruises for next year. Brian said, fun fact, you can get a nice continental breakfast at the NCL Studio Lounge instead of going to the buffet on the observation lounge. Of course. It's a great one. Yes, you can. You can grab some cake, some cookies, some Danishes, and enjoy yourself. Lisa said, is Love and Honey fried chicken on your food tour? It is not, but it is fantastic. It's not the best fried chicken you'll ever have. It's very, very good. So on our particular food tour, we're doing a food tour of South Philly. We're trying to keep it close to the port, to the cruise terminal there. So on ours, which is being done by Tiny Table Tours, I have my little cheat sheet here for Tiny Table Tours. So what we do is we are going to go to Isgro's Bakery. We're going to get some cannolis there, which is really, really great. We are then going to go to De Bruno's, which is a cheese and wine place. We're going to get some like a charcuterie board there. We are going to go to a little Mexican restaurant, and we're going to get some tacos. And then we're going to go to one other place. And then if anybody is really interested in doing a cheesesteak, we're going to take you to get a cheesesteak, but not to like any of the crazy ones, you know, the super popular ones. Eric said, computer games? I mean, you can bring a computer if you want, Eric. But mostly it's going to be like AJ is going to have a group of people doing like Dungeons and Dragons and that stuff, tabletop role-playing games. And then we're going to have another contingency doing like Mahjong, Bridge, if you like Bridge, and then all the other games, fun games that you would do, that kind of stuff. So yeah, you're welcome to do that. Matt said upgrades at NCL Island look great. Love your video. Thanks so much, Matt. I really appreciate it. Tony said, pants on if the Windjammer is crowded for breakfast. You can always go to Johnny Rockets. Great tip, Tony. Johnny Rockets breakfast on the boardwalk is complimentary for breakfast. Great, great, great tip. And it's fast, which is really nice. Go there for breakfast. Avoid all the crowds. Michelle said, I'm going on the Prima September 2026. So Great Stirrup Key will have the pier by then. And possibly the pool and all that will be done. So maybe. I don't think the water park will be done by then, but it might be. They say it will be, but we'll see. We shall see. All right, let's do our little wheel spin here. Let's give some stuff away. First up, we're going to give away some coffee. I'm using the thumbnail now to on the back of our thing here. There we go. All right, let's spin the old wheel for coffee. Harry, see that? Look at that. You threw your name on the wheel and you win coffee. All right, let's give away a t-shirt. Felicia wins a t-shirt. There you go. Good job. For anybody that won, make sure you email me your address. It's really difficult. It's really difficult to give people their stuff if I don't get their address. Cruise Tuber said, I found a breakfast hack for some NCL ships. American Diner has a buffet, small crowds. Great tip. Good job. Also, go check out the Cruise Tubers did a NCL loyalty program video this week. It's very good. Go check that out. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Remember, if you want anything, just shoot me an email. My email is right here. It's jp@bitesizecruises.com. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. I will be live Sunday morning with cruise news. And then one of these weeks, we're going to have Alana from Lifeboat Cruise Dawn. We're just waiting to confirm dates with her. So hopefully we'll have that for you in the next couple of weeks. Matt said, thanks for helping my dad with the booking. Thank you for sending your dad over. I really appreciate it. Much appreciated. Thanks, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful week. We'll be back next week with AJ and the team. We'll see everybody next week. Have a great one. Bye.